Well, good Saturday evening from Bulldog Stadium, where the Fresno State Bulldogs just lost their fifth straight, 56-14 to Utah State. And the game began with a big surprise at quarterback. Mark?
I got to point out, first of all, Jody, we're actually in the Josephine Theater and not Bulldog Stadium. And if you look behind us at the stands here, there was certainly a lot more people in the photograph behind us than there were, especially at the end of the game tonight.
Truth in advertising, yes, that's true.
So, boy, Jody, what a game. I mean, brutal just all the way around. I mean, homecoming and just a disaster. I mean, Utah State, I think, came in averaging like 18 points a game. They scored 56 tonight on the Bulldogs. It was brutal all the way around. I mean, obviously it started with the surprise, somewhat surprise, although it had been rumored.
Somewhat.
It had been rumored and talked about. You know, Kilton had been getting more snaps in practice. You know, we're not allowed to, like, you know, go to practice and say who's exactly running what. That's just
who's getting the ones, who's
getting the twos. That's a condition that our beat writer Robert has when he goes out there. You know, that was the rumor, was that Kilton was going to start. But anyway, as I wrote in my post-game thoughts, Jody, I think that the coaching staff, I mean, it was an act of desperation on their part. I mean, this was Utah State, maybe arguably between them and Boise, have the toughest front seven of any defense in the conference. And then you start Kilton Anderson, who's kind of limited. I mean, let's be honest here. He's a gritty guy. He runs hard. He plays hard, but he's not an accurate passer. And to put him in this situation, making his first college start against a complicated, talented, aggressive defense like Utah State plays, I think was a brutal situation for him.
Any sense of whether this is as much of a, I mean, hard to believe it was any kind of an up on Anderson's part. Anything going on with Greenlee?
You know,
Zach Greenlee?
I asked Coach Ritter if there was a discipline issue, an attitude issue with Greenlee, and he said no, that Greenlee gave him that Anderson gave him the best chance to win. Perhaps that's true. I don't know necessarily that I believe that. But, of course, if you watched the Bulldogs play last week against San Diego State, you watched the way Zach Greenlee played in particular, the way he was kind of scared of the rush. You know, maybe the coaching staff saw that and said, we can't play this guy anymore. But now that they've made the switch, I mean, this is the fourth starting quarterback in 6 games. I mean, I don't really see how they can go back to Greenlee. Kilton Anderson was 4th string. And all of a sudden, you know, now to injuries, he's become 2nd string. Now he's your starter. I mean, to me, there's something more that beats the eye than what we're seeing here. And, you know, the other situation is, I mean, you know, I want to address what the fans are talking about. I mean, this is the future of this coaching staff, the future of this season. To give people the specifics, I'll be working more on this week. I mean, Coach Ritter, he has a 100% guaranteed contract, which is kind of unusual for college football coaches.
Right.
His is through 2018. So it's not like Fresno State could just, like, pay a little buyout and then, you know, be done with him or buy him out. You know, they owe a lot of money. I mean, you know, $1.4 million, $1.6 million his base salary goes up to. 3 more years of that. I think right now, if I'm Jim Bartko, I mean, all the possibilities are on the table. Is this the coaching staff that's going to get it done? Is this the coaching staff that's going to get more people here to re-spark interest in the program, to be able to build this $80 million renovation that I want to build? But can I afford to make a change? Or, you know, maybe perhaps Coach DeRuiter, he gets another chance and he has to make changes on his coaching staff. I mean, these are all options that I think Jim Bartko, the athletic director, has to look at right now. And because, I mean, it's a 1-5 team, but this is a terrible 1-5 team. It was homecoming tonight, Jody. The announced crowd was 30,540, but by midway through the third quarter, it was about 540.
If that.
If that.
And about half of that was the band.
Really not a lot of easy answers, not a lot of easy solutions. I mean, this is definitely a program that's kind of painted itself into a corner at this point.
Well, thanks. Well, anyway, proper introductions at the back end for columnist Marek Warszawski. This is Jody Murray of FresnoB.com. Have a good evening.